One area down, lots more to go. Hello, welcome to The Hardworking Woman. My name is Rachel. If you've been on YouTube and you enjoy firewood and all of that, I'm sure you have seen The Hardworking Man, and I'm his wife. And this is my spinoff, my spinoff channel, Hardworking Woman. Hi everybody, welcome back to Hardworking Woman. Today I'm going to be making Heath's Grandpa Jake's famous rhubarb pie. I love rhubarb pie. I love rhubarb crisp. If you've never had either, well, I'm going to give you a recipe and you're going to have to make it because trust me, you're going to love it. So this is fresh rhubarb from our rhubarb plant that I have been talking about in our mowing videos. Every time I would ride past it, I would think to myself, I have to go harvest that. And I finally did. So I have a good amount of rhubarb that I have collected. I need about 4 cups, so I'm not quite sure. We'll chop it and see what we get. Now there are a lot of different rhubarb pie recipes on the internet. I've looked them up trying to find this one before I got the copy from my mother-in-law. And let me tell you, this pie recipe is where it's at. The other ones don't compare. It's super simple, only 4 ingredients minus the pie crust, which I'm going to make first. So not only do I have the best rhubarb pie recipe, I also have the best pie crust recipe. This is my tried and true. I love it. Everyone raves about it. It's the best part of the pie, if you ask me, is that crust. I use real butter, 1 stick, unsalted, and it has to be cold. This is fresh out of the fridge, hard as a brick, cold. Also, you have to put ice cubes into your water and then let it sit and get super, super cold before you put it in. So I'm going to start with the flour. I like to use kamut flour. If you don't know what kamut flour is, look it up. It's better than all-purpose flour. It works just like an all-purpose flour in baking, but it's better for your gut health. It's organic, it's easy to digest, and it tastes delicious. So we start with 1 1/4 cup of flour. This is how I like to get my flour. I know people do different ways. One tablespoon of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but I just grind in here till I feel good about what's about 1/4 teaspoon. Now you're just gonna mix this together. You could do this by hand. I just find the stand mixer to be easy and quick. All right, next we're going to cut our stick of butter, which is 8 tablespoons. I like to cut it into small pieces rather than just plop this whole thing in there. So I actually cut it into strips like this. Flip it on its side, do that again. And then I will chop it like this. Now we put this all into our bowl. Now we put this on medium to low speed until it resembles little peas, pea-sized clumps of butter mixed in there. Now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of our ice cold water right into here as it's mixing on low. We're gonna let that just mix around. We might need to add another tablespoon or 2. It's all dependent on how well you measure your flour and how well it decides to stick that day, I guess. It's a lot of just getting a feel for it. Okay, you can see it's starting to come together like a dough. So we're gonna stop the mixer. Make sure you get all your dough off from your paddle attachment. I'm going to put it out on my little cutting board. And we're just going to kind of form it a little bit into a ball. You don't have to knead it. We're just kind of making sure there's not any loose, dry spots on here. Now I'm going to put it in some plastic wrap and we're going to put it in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. about the time it's gonna take me to assemble and get the rest of this all ready. Okay, so now for the pie filling. First, I'm gonna crack 2 eggs into the same bowl. I just wiped it out. We don't have to make a lot of dishes here. And then I'm going to hand beat them with a fork. Next, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of sugar. And then 3 tablespoons of flour. All right, now I'm gonna chop up the rhubarb. First, I wanna make sure all the ends are nice and clean. Now I'm just gonna cut them. I don't know what the measurement of this is. They're about this size. You don't want too big bites, but you don't need to make it too small either. All right, so I'm just roughly measuring into here. I got 1 cup from the first, so that was almost 2 cups. Now the only things I have ever used rhubarb for is in a pie or in a crisp. If you have other uses, let me know in the comments, because I know you need a lot of sugar, hence the 1.5 cups to make rhubarb palatable. It's pretty bitter, sour, not bitter. Let me try it. Oh, You need sugar. Let's get 2 more cups out of this. Now I have a hard time sourcing rhubarb at my local grocery store, so if you have a neighbor that's growing it, I recommend seeing if you can clip some of the stalks. All right, now I'm just gonna hand mix this in the bowl. Make sure get the eggs all incorporated with that sugar. I know it doesn't look like much of a pie filling right now, but trust me, rhubarb has a lot of moisture content in it, and it will definitely make a more solidified pie filling. Okay, I'm gonna go check on my pie crust and see if it's ready yet. We don't want it to be too soft. We do want it to have set up a little bit in the fridge, so I'm gonna go check. Okay, it's nice and pliable. If you pull your pie crust out of the fridge and it's still too hard, just let it sit out room temperature for a little bit longer. Sometimes it can be a little tough to work with. We want it to be able to roll out nicely, so make sure that you can squish it nicely, but it's not too soft, because then you might have to put it back in a little longer. Now I'm using a 9-inch pie plate. So a good way to tell if you are rolled out big enough when you're making this is I'll get my pie plate and I'll hold it over top. If it's bigger than the perimeter, then I know we're good. If not, keep rolling. Now I like to do a more organic style. I'm not fussy about making it be super pretty on the edges. I like it just usable, basically. There we are. Now we know it's good. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it onto my pie plate. You want to push it in, make sure it covers all of the edges. And I just fold it under around here. Like I said, I don't worry about it being too pretty, too fussy. I'm not trying to win a contest on beauty here, just trying to make a good tasting pie. Now I'll go around and I'll flute the edges like this. The good news is if you get a hole like that, you can easily just smush it together. No one will be the wiser. Okay. Now I'm going to pour our pie filling in. Make sure to get all that sugary goodness in there. You're gonna want it. Spread it around nice and even. I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees and I'm gonna pop that in. And then I'm gonna go weed whip around our pond because that needs to get done. So I have an hour, think I can get it done. Stick around, find out. Into the oven it goes. All right, so I'm gonna start first in this little ditch here. I'm using my bad boy 80 volt battery powered weed whip. This is Zach's, he says, so thanks Zach for letting me use your weed whipper. String trimmer, I know all y'all make fun of me. Also, hopefully I don't get beat up too bad by stuff flying. In the spring, this is all full of water draining out of the pond. But I think that's been clogged and we gotta reassess and dig this out better. It's on the list of things to do.
Just jumped out.
How huge?
Right there.
Where? Film it.
Good thing you didn't hit that.
That would have been nasty. Guts everywhere. My little wiener dog hunts in here for hours, probably hunting that frog. The weeds were so long, all you could see was her little tail wagging, peeking up. All right. One area down. Lots more to go. Oh, that hurt. Whatever got me landed on me. Freaking bust my leg open. Shoot. Oh my gosh, all the spiders crawling out. Look at this. Do you see all these nasty spiders, all the brown things?
Yeah.
Grossness. Oh, some nasty, nasty giant spiders are crawling out. This is why I don't like doing this and prefer to use my robot mower, because this is dirty, dirty work. I feel like it's all in my hair now. It's all right. Let's continue on. There's a golf ball. Oh, there's a frog. I wonder if I just killed him. You think? Over there? Oh. Go the other side, you'll see him. He's like laying belly up right now. think I've got him. He went fast enough. Poor guy. Sorry. Well, I don't really want to. Oh my God, he's alive. Oh, sorry, buddy. So there's the little guy I thought I got. He swam around and he's breathing. Oh, did a bass just go eat that frog? You see that giant spider? So we don't stock our pond with fish, but there's a lot of bass and there's a lot of panfish in here. Some huge bass. So you can fish, we don't stock it. They're just there and they keep making fish eggs and producing more on their own. It's a little mole. Where is it? So it turns out my fear of all of the spiders being in the grapevines coming out at me is not unfounded. Those wolf spiders are everywhere out here. Ah! I think there's another frog I had murdered. I saw like a half a head right there. This thing gets heavy, it starts to hurt my back. Gotta switch sides. I'm gonna have to do in between these grapevines too, but that'll be a different video. Those are nasty. I feel like I need more string. Did I get more? A little bit. I feel like I need more. Oh, yeah. It's shooting me in the face. This is tiring. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Sweating. Oh, big old daddy. My God. It's annoying. Oh.
There's a bunch of little baby frogs just walking right into the weeds. I see them jumping
Oh.
from here into the weeds.
I hate that. They need to get out. I don't want to spew them everywhere.
I'm sure you probably get them.
Probably. Oh, big old froggy. Those frogs aren't going to have anywhere to hide from Dee Dee anymore. All right, man. That looks awesome. Do a little scan. Okay, it's flying in it. right, so we got that pond all cleaned up. I'm still a mess, but the pie is done. Here it is in all its glory. It's set up nicely. The crust got a little bit done, more than I would like, but this is also a different pie pan than I've used normally. It's a little bit bigger, so I think that was the issue. So thank you all for watching Hardworking Woman. I hope you make your own pie. Let me know if you do, how it turns out, if you love it as much as my family does. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not. Heath and I have a little competition going to see how long it's going to take me to get the same amount of subscribers as it took him to get that number. And I want to beat him, so I need your help. Thumbs up this video, like it, and comment below. Let me know if you liked the video, if you want to see more of this in the future. Bye.